What's up, YouTube? I want to do a deck profile on my Ritual Beast deck that I've been playing at Locals for the past couple weeks just for fun. It's a really strong deck if you know how to do the main combo wombo with it. And let's get right on into the deck profile. So I picked this up for relatively cheap. It's a pseudo budget deck, but for the most part it's a really fun deck to play with. I love fusions. I've always loved like Gladiator Beasts and stuff like that. But start off with 3 Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. He's your bread and butter of the deck. He's what you want to open with the Cannahawk every single game if you do. And he opens all the plays that you want to open. Then we play 2 Win. Win is a really good card. It gets all your Ritual Beasts that are banished back, and allows, it's also another name other than Elder, to special summon back whenever you want to do your tag out combos. And it's an all-around good card. So 1500 beat stick with a Paleo. It makes it 2000 or 25 if you actually get that far into the combo, which if you get that far in the combo you should win. But other than that, it's an incredible card. And then we play 1 Lara. Lara is just another name for the most part. If you haven't opened Macro or D-Fissure or both, you can usually use this to get one out of your grave unless you've already sent one with Cannahawk. And it's an all-around good card. It's just another name. I would play 2, but I play 1 Zephyrin Pilica because it is an incredible card. It's the same thing as Laura essentially, but a different name, so you can keep your combo going entirely. But the cool thing about this card is if they actually kill it and put it on top of the extra deck, you can summon Pingu and use his effect to send this thing to the banish pile and mill a Ritual Beast to your grave. So it's really good. Whenever it happened to me, it went to the extra deck and I had no idea what to do, and I read Penguin and I was like, oh wait, I can just banish this. This works. So that's it for the Ritual Beast Tamers. We play a total of 7, and that's, I feel like, the most consistent number we can play until we get a level 4, which please Konami give us level 4. But that's it for them. For the regular Ritual Beast, I play Triple Cannahawk. He is your Gold Sark. He's the card that you want to open every single game. He does all your he sets up all your combos, and he's just an incredible card all around. Then for the others, we play 3 Pingu, because Rampingu is a pseudo Cannahawk whenever you don't have him. And if you open something like this and Macro or D-Fissure, it's essentially a Cannahawk if you open Macro or D-Fissure. So this card's great in the aspect that it takes this card's place if you don't have this card. And then we play 2 Apelios, because who doesn't like banishing all your Ritual Beast cards, which means you can banish the spells and traps as well, to give all your monsters on the board except for Ulti Apelio 500 attack whenever they enter the battlefield, or whenever they're on board period of that turn. It's a really good card. It's one of the combos to get over towers whenever you're playing against Klee, and it's all around just a great card. You can it's a quick effect, so if they run into something, you can chain its effect, banish a card, make them take damage if they haven't realized what it does by then. And 1 Petalfin, because you want another name. It banishes Ritual Beast cards from your hand if you need to do that, but it's also an out to window, which is also a problem this deck seems to have sometimes, because you want to be able to loop your combo and stuff like that. But that's it for the monsters. We play a total of 16 monsters. On to the spells. We play Triple Upstart Goblin, because this is a combo-oriented deck, and we want to be able to open our combo every single game, and that's how we win our games, with combo. Double MST. I didn't feel comfortable not playing this deck without MST, because lose a turn is a problem with this deck. And, well, lose a turn is not that big of a problem for the most part, but, like, there's a bunch of random stuff, like Fiendish Chain. I'd rather not have to deal with that, and Emptiness. Emptiness is a big problem. It's just good spot removal. I wouldn't cut this down at all, honestly, in the deck. 2 cards that I'm kind of conflicted about playing are 2 Emergency Teleports. This card's great, but me and my buddy Wes were talking about it, and it's more of a win more card. This card gives you great advantage, but playing the 7 Tamers and the 9 Beasts, this makes you be playing 9 Tamers. Like, these are 2 pseudo Tamers for the most part. So if you open this in a Tamer and you don't have any other Ritual Beasts, it's kind of hard to get your combo going because you're just kind of SOL whenever you're trying to get all your Ritual Beasts. But I don't know. I thought about cutting this card for a couple more traps that I was thinking of, but for the 1-ofs, we play the 1 Ritual Beast Bond. This card is a pseudo El Shaddoll fusion. It lets you go straight into Ulti-Guy Pelio if you wanted to OTK. It actually enables a lot of OTKs, and it's a really good strong card. It banishes the 2 Ritual Beasts for cost, so you can tag them out and not worry about them being destroyed by something like Torrential or something like that, but I mean, that's not too relevant. Play the 1 Defissure, because you want to be able to use Pingu to the best of your ability, and it's a blowout against a couple decks, as well as just being an all-around good card with synergy in this deck. Play the 1 Gold Sark, because why not banish cards to summon them immediately right back, and you can also Gold Sark stupid stuff like MST if you're playing under Mistake or Vanities, or you can Gold Sark something like Raigeki if you're trying to get to that. And we play the 1 Raigeki, obviously, because who doesn't like a board wipe? And that's it for the spells. On to the traps. We play most important trap in the deck, Ritual Beast Ambush. You will always be adding this first off of Kanahawk's effect if you don't already have it. And if you do already have it, you should be winning in the first place, because this gets your combo completely up and running, and it enables you to continue your combo multiple times to get your board set up to where you should just win the game for the most part. And then for the others, play Triple Steeds, because who doesn't like multiple destruction that doesn't target? This card is just really good in tandem with Ambush and tagging out. You can activate this card, then tag out one of your purples and kill multiple monsters at the same time. Like, you go activate this, chain purple, chain ambush, kill 4 monsters without targeting. It's pretty strong. Gets over Leo, gets over problem cards. We play 2 Phoenix Chain because Trishula is still a card and a threat. We have the option almost every game to just set our hand and not worry about Trishula, but this card just enables us to not get Trished, and a couple other cards that are very important that kind of hurt us. But this card is just really good all around. I was playing Veilers for the longest time, but I felt Phoenix Chain did more work in the long run against most things. And for the 1-ofs, we play 5 1-ofs in the form of 1 Torrential. It's a blowout against things like Yosenju and things that spam the board. 1 Bottomless, because we hate Klee. We hate Klee a lot. 1 Warning, because I wish this card was at 2. This card's incredible. Does everything you need it to do for the most part. 1 Emptiness, because, like I said, we like to degenerately win games with this card sometimes. It's a very strong card. I don't think they're going to ban it, honestly, but it's a very fair card for the most part, because there's so many ways to get rid of it. And then we play the 1 Macro, which is incredible in this deck. Not only does it help the deck function, it hurts half the other decks in the meta. Necrons have to spend all their resources banishing every card that they discard. Shaddolls, Burning Abyss, Satellar Knights, they can't set up their grave. It's just all around a good card. And that's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards, pretty standard. On the extra deck, we play the standard purples, triple Kanahawk. This is your main go-to dude for the most part. You summon him, tag him out, search some cards, make your combo, blah blah blah. You know, he's a great card. 3 Ulti Apelio. He is a pseudo Star Eater. People don't realize sometimes that he's unaffected by a little Apelio whenever he attacks, because he is Star Eater. He's unaffected by card effects whenever he swings, but he is a great card. He gets over stupid things like back row and stuff like that, but he's your main go-to guy when it comes to beating your opponent's board down for the most part. And then we play 2 Ulti Petalfin, because this card cannot be killed. It's good against rogue stuff like Volcanic and stuff like that. You just summon this thing in defense and they just can't kill it, which is so wonderful. And then for the last purples, we play 2 Ulti Guy Pelio. If you can get this card set up, the only reason we play 2 is because we want to be able to send a Ritual Beast Tamer from deck with Pingu. So we banish this thing. But if you can get one of these set up on the board with its actual summoning conditions, and you can start Infernity Barriering everything that happens, you should win the game. This card is very powerful if they don't have an out, and if you have enough resources to keep destroying everything that they play. That's it for the purples, and we play 5 Xyz in the form of Rhapsody. It's mostly just rank 4 toolbox. Abyss Dweller, because most decks utilize graveyards. Castel, because one of the best Xyz ever printed. Same with Exciton Knight, win condition against Klee and stuff like that. And then 1 Chidori, because we can make Chidori in this deck, and making Chidori and punishing your opponent and making them draw the same card 3 turns in a row is very fun. A very fun way to beat them. So that's it for the extra deck. 15 cards, obviously. And we'll go straight on into the side deck. So I don't like playing against Mirror Match and Burning Abyss with this deck, so I decided as a pseudo-meta call to play Triple Max C in the sideboard. I almost want to cut the upstarts in the main for the main board, but some rogue decks just, they don't respond to this, and it literally is just a 1-for-1 half the time. But if you resolve this against like Ritual Beast, or you resolve it against something like BA or Shaddoll or Satellar Knight, you're usually going to get a +1 off of it for the most part. So it's really solid. Like I said, I kind of want to put them in the main, but I like Upstart for now. Third MST for back row heavy decks, stuff I don't feel like dealing with. Klee, obviously. Speaking of Klee, I side 2 Wavering Eyes. This card is really good against Klee. Whenever they activate, say you go first, they go Pendulum, Pendulum, activate Wavering Eyes. You chain your own Wavering Eyes, right? No, say, yeah, you go first, you set Wavering Eyes, they go Pendulum, Pendulum, activate Wavering Eyes, you activate your own Wavering Eyes. You kill both their Pendulum monsters in the zones, deal 5 to them, and you search Zephyr Pilica, who's also a Pendulum monster, which is really good. So you essentially neutral one, well, you +1 off them for the most part. It's a really good card. They neg themselves 3 cards trying to go for their combo, and you literally just plus off of it. So I feel like this is a really good meta call against Klee. I like this card a lot. I was playing Typhoons, but this card's incredible. One Ring of Destruction. I said this in game 1 and 2, or game 2 and 3 almost every time against almost everything. I should mainboard this, but I don't, for just combo-oriented reasons. But like, this card is great when it comes to time and stuff like that. So, like, you activate this on one of their monsters, burn them down to enough, and protect your field for a couple turns in time if you have to go into it, and you just win automatically almost every time for that. 1 Soul Drain, because let's hate on Burning Abyss and Shaddoll a little bit more. I love Shaddoll, but let's hate on both of those decks a little bit more, just because Soul Drain. Again, Burning Abyss and Shaddoll, play 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Let's not let them do their combos and kind of just lock them out of everything that they do. Double Shadow or Light Imprisoning Mirror, because I don't know. The sideboard was a little open whenever I did this. Like, I'd probably honestly replace these with what is it called? Anti-Spell Fragrance. But for the most part, this has worked out pretty good. I don't like playing against Satellar Knight too much, because they have a lot more back row than I do half the time, so this card is really good against them. And then for the last 3 cards, we play Triple Mind Crush, because this card is incredible against Nekroz. I explained how I feel about this card in the Shaddoll video I uploaded. I don't like Mistake in this deck, obviously, because it does a lot of lackluster. It stops you from playing as well as them, and you would rather play than let them play for the most part. So yeah, Mind Crush is in the sideboard just for Nekroz for the most part. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Lucas. I'm out.